Assalamu alaikum. So, for our professional English 2 project, we did a study on parents' perception towards video game culture among their children. And the members of our group project are Mohammed Zaid, Mohammed Hamizan, Mohammed Fariz, Mohammed Saqif, Hamid Abdurrahman, Kumar Guru, and Noor Farahanam. So the background of our study was the purpose of it was to understand how parents perceive children's digital game use and grasp their awareness of the proper use of digital games. This study further aims to propose a way to educate children and parents on the proper use of digital games and to see the pros and cons of video gaming, and also to find what parents believe that the esports career can be an option or not for their children. So the problem statement for our study was the society's perception, like how the society views video gaming culture as, and the mental slash physical health issues that comes with video gaming, and esports industry insufficient for to be a career choice in Malaysia, as there's not much growth in the video gaming industry in Malaysia. So the research objective of our study was to identify parents' perception towards video game culture among their children. Second objective, to identify pros and cons for their children in playing video games. And the third objective was to identify parents' perception towards video games achievement for Malaysia. So the research question of our study was, what is the parents' perception towards video game culture among their children? What are the pros and cons for their children in playing video games? And do you think video game sports or esports deserves to be recognized by society as an career or full-time job? So the significance of the study was that in this study we can learn many things about parents' perception towards video game culture among their children. The researcher can gain better understanding about these cases. This can be seen by the effort in knowing the reason of parents' perception towards video game culture among their children in Malaysia, and to see if these fields of video gaming or esports are a wise career option, and then giving, or instead of giving up on getting a degree and and doing the esports. The research instrument for our questionnaire was that we adopted a questionnaire method and an in-depth interview session with one of the respondents to answer research questions that were set earlier. Uh, the questionnaires were quantitative and qualitative. The questionnaire was done online in Google Forms and then distributed it online to the parents of these students who want to pursue their career in esports. And the questionnaire has 4 sections, which my group member Kumar Guru will be explaining.
I'm Kumar Guru, going to present about the research methodology. The researcher has set 30 questions, and the nature of the question is getting to know the respondent's background. For part B, it is meant to answer RO01, and it has 8 questions. For next, for the part C is meant to answer RO2. It has 12 questions, and for the part D, it's mean to answer RO03 has 10 questions. The interview has 10 questions with 2 sub questions, which was sufficient to answer our research questions comprehensively. In the finding and discussions, RO1, most of the respondents were neutral to believe that video games affects mental health and were also neutral that video games should only be considered as an entertainment. For the RO2, largely the 43.3% the respondents believe that video games that have positive effects. However, the most respondents, 56.7%, also have the opinion that video games negatively affect their sleeping habits. RO3, the respondents 33.3% mainly agree that esport can be considered as a proper career option, yet the respondents 40% were neutral if their children can give up on getting a degree if they can become a professional competitive players. In the interviewer was Mr. Mohammad Rashid bin Rouhani. He was 53 years old and he is a manager of MEMC Electronic Materials in Bahar. And the interview on 20 September. About the limitation, the data collection was limited to a month of distribution through the use of survey questionnaire. And then these constraints contribute to the fact that a limited number of completed questionnaires were received. The questionnaire was web-based. Many recipients ignore the request to complete the questionnaire, or some businesses were firewall blocked the questionnaire from reaching the intended person. It also contributes to the low response rate and the number of respondents, and it has an impact on the accuracy of the data collected. The conclusion are, at the end of the research, we got to know that some of the parents support their children and recognize that there is a scope that in the industry in the future, while other parents believe that video games are only for entertainment and cannot be made a full-time career out of it. That's all. Thank you, sir.